Hello everyone. So last time we implemented this for how to make these portals work with how to get the image that we would be seeing from this side. Today we are going to implement the actual portal jumping. So here is the demonstration. We can infinitely go from this portal, and we can even go back to. So yeah, that's what we are going to work on today, how to implement the jumping part. And before I get started with the tutorial, I'd like to remind you that all the project files of the tutorials that I do in the channel is available in the Patreon page. You can download everything without a limit for the membership. So this is going to be the 1638th tutorial. Okay, let's get started. So yesterday we worked on getting these portal windows or portal doors to show the other side as we see in through the portal. So it's working now. Now the next step is implementing jumping through the portal. Okay, so let's implement that now. Let me open the BP portal. So in order to implement jumping, we need some kind of a way to detect that the player is at the portal. So let's use a simpler way. I'll add a collider, box collision, and I'll place it under this. So this is door 1, so I'll put this under door 1 and in the center like this. Sure, should I make it smaller perhaps? Okay, now I'll name this call1 because this is a collider, and duplicate it call2. I'll place it under D2. Reset the location. So now we have 2 colliders. Now when player collide with this collider, let's say for example if player collide with this collider, player should be moved to this collider. So if the player is looking at this direction, at this location, player should be looking at the opposite direction. Well, not exactly opposite, look away from this portal basically. So for that, here let's start with this collider 1. Well, no, let me move them a little bit away. My start point is here. So this is actually door 2. So I'll start with collider 2 to make things a little bit easier to testing. Not that important. Okay, now on component begin overlap, what I need to do is teleport the other actor who's colliding with this portal to the other side basically. So in portal game, you know, it's not just the player, we can put through other objects as well through the portal. So therefore I'll do this without using any get player character function uses. So I'll only use this other actor. Okay, now basically I'll get the other actor and set actor location and rotation. Wait, no, not rotation, because we need to set the rotation too, but we also need might need to set the control rotation as well. But anyway, so if we are entering from collider 2, I'll get the collider 1, get world location, and get world rotation. Well, I'll simply do just this and see what happens. So it somewhat works, yeah, but the rotation is not correct, or we can't go the other way. See, we can jump, but the rotation is not set correctly. So the reason that it's going in the wrong location, wrong direction, is because we are not setting the control rotation, as I understand, and also we need to restore the velocity as well, right? So therefore I'll add a new blueprint interface so that we can properly communicate, implement a function on any object that can go through the portal. So we can just call that function. So I'll call this VPI portal object, no, portal jumper, any object that can jump through portal. So here jump portal, I'll call it like this, and then as an input I'll give target location. For the jump should be a vector, and target rotation there should be a rotator. Wait, rotate. Okay, now let me open the first person character and implement portal jumper, PPI portal jumper. So here we can implement this. So for now I'll just directly set actor location and then set control now we need to get the controller first. Get controller, set control rotation. Yeah. Okay. Now here, instead of this, I'll do this. On the other actor, jump portal, and if we are jumping from collider 2, collider 1 should be the target location. Target rotation should be the same rotation since we are in portal 2, the same direction that this P1 capture component is looking at, because we need to match the directions. So get world rotation. Let's see what happens, even if we are not 100% clear. Right. Okay, so we are looking at the correct direction, but we went to the side Let me check again. See, that's because our velocity is not restored. So what we can do is, before we set the location, we can get velocity, and I'll get vector length because we need to keep the magnitude of velocity saved. So here actually we will be only restoring the forward part, which may not be ideal, but yeah, let's anyway do this and see. Velocity. Wait, should I call it jump velocity? Right, and then once we jump, after we jump, we can set velocity. Wait. Moment component, set velocity. So how do we set the velocity? I'll just assume we are going in the same rotation, same direction. So get actor forward vector multiply by the velocity, jump velocity. Right, now we should be moving in the same direction. No. Why not? Sorry. So actually we were not changing the rotation of the actor. We were only changing the rotation of controller. So I think if because of that, this does not change. So set actor location and rotation. I'll change both. Now I think it should work. Yeah, see, we are going forward, but we can't jump back because we only implemented the jumping part for one side. Okay, so how do we implement for the other side? That's the next question. So we will have to use this on component begin overlap for the other collider as well. But however, when we do the jumping, this same event will be triggered. We don't need that. So how do we avoid that? Let's see. I'll promote this to a variable. I'll call it exit collider. And I'll use that. So the reason that I implement it is, so when we get this called again, we can check if this is the exit collider, if this one is equal to exit collider. If that is the case, that means we are just entering from the other side and exiting from this side. So in that case, we don't need to trigger another portal jump. So bear with me. Yeah, let me collapse this to a macro. Jump portal M. Now we have exit collider and capture component and self other actor. So self means actually the jumping actor, so I'll call it jumper. Exit collider. Self 2 means actually target capture. This whatever the capture reference we are giving. Now here when we get another call, we need to check it is not the exit collider. So get the exit collider not equal. I'll give another reference here, another input. So I'll call this one trigger collider. So if the trigger collider is not the exit collider, we can do the portal jumping, otherwise we should not. Now here we need to give the trigger collider, which is the collider that triggers the jump. Now I can use the same macro for the other collider. So trigger collider is this one, other actor is jumper, exit collider is call 2 because we are jumping from call 1, and target capture is P2. Now this should work. From here let's try from the other one. Yeah, it does work both ways. We get stuck. Maybe we should do we have collision enabled? We don't need collisions for this. So it does work, but however I don't think we will not be able to do the second time. See, we can't go back because we have some value in the exit collider. So we need for each collider on component end overlap also for both. And then here, if this is equal to the exit collider, we can clear it. That means we are exiting. So set exit collider to nothing. So by doing this, we should be able to go back from the same portal we came in. I'll convert this also to a macro. Clear exit collider. Okay. Now let's check. Right. Now I should be able to go back to, yeah. Oh. the other portal? Oh, here. So we can go infinitely. If I jump, yeah, jump is also transferred. Nice. So it's basically working. But you may notice, for example, here, it's not very smooth. So we see 3 boxes, but once I jump, we see the 3 boxes, but it's not exactly seamless, but the jumping works. We will obviously look into how to make it smoother, but for now I think the basic function is working, so it's a good place to stop. I'll do further research how to make it more smooth, and I will share with you guys once I have a solution. So thanks for watching. Updated project files will be available here in Patreon page. Link would be in the description below, and see you in another episode. Goodbye.